Okay, we are back with some Warhammer, and as promised last stream, when we finished the Fire Warrior, I will be coming back with some Space Marine. So, without any further ado, let's bring that up. There we go. Fiddle with some properties. Get the sound up. Now, hopefully it captures this. Yes, it does. Wonderful. We got the sound in. Great. Let's get a bit down. Subtitles on. We don't need that. Okay. I remember when this one came out, it was such a hit, as flawed as it was. I haven't played it in ages, so I am actually quite excited to revisit it. So, where will we play? So I know that there's heaps of mods out there for this particular game that change your chapter, change your voice, change a lot of stuff, change your enemies, etc, etc, etc. But for the sake of this video, we are going into this vanilla. So no mods, no nothing, just the base game as it is. The only thing that I'm allowed to download and change the game is, well, not change the game, are update patches. So the minor kinks and bugs have been patched out. Hopefully the game should be okay running as it is. Anyways, allow me just to... Oh yeah, so when I alt-tab, the screen just freezes, which is wonderful. Let me just update the description so we don't violate any Twitch codes. Okay, so... Warhammer 40k, Space Marine. There we go. And update. Hopefully it should transfer right about now. And with that, we are free to go. So I've played this for a little bit. I've started it up just to see if it's going to work. Otherwise, that would be a bit shit of me if I didn't make sure that the game works prior to streaming. This would be a bit embarrassing. Although it wouldn't be the first embarrassing I've ever done. Now, we are going to start with a new campaign. And we are going to go on normal. Why the hell not? Yes, because my previous game wasn't exactly a game. So, here we go. The catchphrase. Forge World. It's been ages since I've played this. I think this game was from 2004 or something like that. So I don't really remember. I don't really remember much. Hopefully it'll come back as we're going through. Okay, let's see where we're at. Even though I'm not exactly a fan of Ultramarines, because, well, it's quite fashionable these days for everyone to hate on them, so I'm jumping on a bandwagon and I don't like the Space Marines. Pompous blue do-it-alls. I'm a fan of Iron Hands, because Iron Hands are the best, even after the gameplay nerf from a few months ago. But anyways, I've done that rant in the Fire Warrior stream. We are not going to bring that in here. We are playing as one of the Ultramarines, and we are here to kick some Xeno's butt. Alright. And that is us. Hooray.
Captain Titus, the Orcs have massacred the Forge World's forces. And they have taken the planetary defense weapons.
Clever of the damned Orcs. Keeps us off their backs while they loot the Titan war machine.
Brace for evasive maneuvers.
Pilot, report!
Starboard engine is dead, Sergeant. We are losing altitude.
Get the ship to safety. Find another way down.
Aye, Captain. Got the whole blast of job returning to launch bay.
I can't remember having... Do we get a jump pack straight off the bat?
We need to get to the surface to take out the gun battery. Or do you want to go home already, sir?
Not before having a word or two with the Orcs.
Is that wise, Captain? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Try to keep up.
See what I mean? He's going to survive this just because he's an Ultramarine. Otherwise, there's no way a regular Astartes would be able to. Not even a Primaris. He's not a Primaris. He's an Astartes. There's no way an Astartes would be able to survive this. Oh, we lose the jump pack. Okay, now. Okay, left click is melee attack. That's my bolt gun. Gretchen, get away from me. I'm being killed by Gretchen. Okay, space is roll. I have a feeling a roll will be very important, as it usually is in these games. What the? Get away from me. Okay, I've got a sprint. Okay. There we go. It feels so satisfying to pop them. Moving on. Ouchies.
Kill the Space Marine!
Okay, we got our primary health recover mechanic now. Glory kills, more or less. Oh, it's a war boss.
Get off my ship, Space Marine!
Yeah, how about no? So the whole point of this game is to be very aggressive. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so what this stream is going to be is just going to be a bloody massacre of orcs. There's not much to it. That's what the game is designed to do. It's a spectacle. It's a spectacle shooter, spectacle fighter, whatever they decide to call them. And what's going to be happening is there's going to be a lot of orcs there. And we're going to get a lot of cinematics. And we're going to get Ultramarines being Ultramarines. Now, why exactly this turret did not stop firing is anyone's guess. And how did that particular, how did those particular couple of rounds make the whole ship go down is, yeah, we'll leave that up to discussion. My reasoning why Ultramarines are so successful in what they're doing is very simple. See, Space Marines are blue, and for all of you Warhammer nerds, you already know how orc mentality works, how orc magic works. Basically, orc magic works on on basically something between a hive and sheep mentality. To put it in even simpler terms, if enough orcs believe that something is correct, it's going to be correct. If enough orcs believe in something, that's going to be. Okay, we got a title drop. That's wonderful. Can you stop posing now, please? Thank you. So, now that you know how...
Captain Titus, come in. Damn orcs shot me off course. I've had no word from Leandros, but I'm picking up box chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
I scarcely thought anyone would be left alive, much less still fighting.
Heading toward the front lines now.
I will meet you there.
Now, with that in mind, now that you know how the orc mentality works, let me just tell you something. It also relates to colors. So, see, if orcs believe that yellow rockets explode bigger, yellow rockets will explode bigger. If enough orcs believe that that the trucks painted red are going to go faster, the trucks painted red are gonna go faster. And do you know what orcs think about color blue? Orcs believe that color blue is the luckiest of colors. Case closed. I've made my point. Okay, now where were we? We dropped down on the Forge world.
The Emperor be with you, Space Marine.
This way, boys. I'm gonna kill him first. Space Marines.
Ultra fire! Hell yeah. If you say so.
The humans all alone.
plop. And again. Now, we will be seeing a lot of this. There is no avoiding it. There's going to be a lot of glory kills. They're going to slightly take away from the game, I believe. But there's nothing we can do about it. There we go.
They come. This way! They got no way out there.
Okay. Now I don't know when this is going to go up, but in a couple of days, the pre-orders for the new edition of Warhammer are going out, and I don't know if I should get the Indomitus box. I am very tempted, but god damn, is that thing going to be costly. I'm still thinking about it. I'm not much of a Necron fan, but those Space Marine. Actually, I'm not much of a fan of either, so I might actually pass. I'll still mull over it. We'll see how we go. It would be nice to start a Necron army though. I've already got a couple of Necron pieces that I got from a friend to restore them. And restore them I did. Oh my god, chest high walls, what is this? Gears of War? Okay, restore some health. There we go. Oh, that went well. Expect a lot of cinematic action and stuff.
Are you wounded?
The Codex Astartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire, and for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why do you still interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I looked at its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself.
Sons of Gilliman, the man himself, who himself wrote the Codex Astartes, are telling their novices not to strictly follow Codex Astartes. Okay, you don't need me to tell you how wrong this particular sentence was. This is not a, what we're playing as is not an Ultramarine. It's a borderline Chaos Marine when it comes to, you know, Ultramarine principles and all of that. So whatever happened in that cutscene, I find it extremely hard to believe. Oh well, those were the times, I guess.
Sedona's picked up local Imperial Guard communications. They survived under the shadow of that gun. I want to know how. Keep firing! Keep firing!
No, leave that guardsman alone. That's my guardsman. Hey, bro. You're brave. Well, he did. Man got punched in the gob. There we go. Now, we are not going to play this game in large chunks because, believe it or not, this game gets a lot more, gets more repetitive than the previous one. Believe it or not.
saved yourselves. We thought you did.
We would be, my lord, if not for the lieutenant.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
At the front lines. Follow the trench network to the lieutenant's command bunker.
Carry on, guardsmen. We rendezvous with Sidonus, then we find this lieutenant. We need updated intel on the gun battery.
Through here, my lords. Head out the upper level and continue through the plaza. The bunker is beyond that.
Through here. Ah, through there. Whoopsies. Sorry, I still got a concussion from that drop.
Remarkable. A few hundred against 1,000,000 orcs. And they fight on.
No. Get off! My legs. I can't feel my legs.
You don't have any legs left. Rejoice. If you proved yourself in battle, the Cult Mechanicus will give you mechanical legs. And then you're gonna get malware.
Captain, I'm in position at a broken monument near the guard lines.
And a very strange affinity towards home appliances.
Quotas must be met. Despite alien incursions, delinquency is an affront.
And there's another brother. Brother! Brother!
Sergeant, I see you found something to keep you busy.
Worry not, Captain. I've saved some orcs for you. The orcs have got that gun well defended, no mistake. But typical orc behavior would be to dismantle or destroy the gun.
And certainly not use it to keep our forces at bay. There's a strategy behind it. Their leader is no fool.
This day is getting interesting.
See, another thing that I find very hard to believe is the
Was the orc ship I saw crash
Sergeant's
here.
blind eye.
Did he survive?
Something like that
If the
is
horde hasn't
not
turned on us,
allowed
it's still under
within
his
the...
control.
Something like that is not allowed within the Astartes, but it is because it is considered a liability. What would normally happen is, as soon as he suffered that injury, some Cult Mechanicus nerds
Adeptus Astartes. Weapons authorization confirmed.
would come around and actually changed his eye with a mechanical one. So he would have that nice little optical add-on that glows red and looks cool, instead of the blind eye. Hell yeah, chainsword. Now we're talking. There we go. That works. One more thing that takes you out of the pace of that takes away the pace of the game is these shooting segments, because you're forced to stand still, possibly behind cover, which I'm not doing right now, and just try to shoot the distant orcs with very, very imprecise ranged weaponry. But anyways, let's keep going. This at this point, this is just me nitpicking. Oh, I see some las gunfire.
Target that squid.
Okay, suicide squigs. Beautiful. I guess we're going to be seeing suicide squigs from now on. Yes, we will. Okay, let's speed this up a bit. Not really. You haven't seen any.
Look out, dropship!
Are there too many of them? So a lot of the game will be this. As I said, the game is fun to play in short bursts, but if you go on with it for quite a while, it gets super repetitive. I guess at some point there was a multiplayer aspect of this game, but I don't think anyone cared much for it. Hey. No need to engage in melee combat if you can fend them off with bolter fire. Although it is a bit sad to do it the Tau way, sometimes it is necessary. I guess I'm still influenced way too much by the previous game we played.
Dropship incoming!
There we go. Hey, it's a knob. Yeah, we almost died. That's beautiful.
Space Marines, thank you. We thought we were done for. Where is your commander, Guardsman?
Inside, but the door is sealed.
I believe it'll let us through. Imperial Guard, we are Ultramarines. Open this door.
Space Marines.
Space Marine.
Word from the second recce. Another horde of the Greenskins are headed here from the south. Gretchen's taken off and sources.
Reinforce their position, hold the line, and stay alive.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Aye. Okay, hi, Lieutenant.
Thank the Emperor. Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus, the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far, they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
Damn. I sent out 10. That damn gun. We don't have the numbers to make an assault. And as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me, then.
Well, now you
I
have...
should warn you, my lords. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, what do I get from this one?
Genetic scan complete. Adeptus Astarte. Access authorized.
Wow, man, your first purity seal?
What do you know of the Titans on this planet?
I guess I'm playing as a novice as well.
Sent to guard the Titan Invictus at Manufactorum Ajakis. That was 2 weeks ago. We've lost contact.
We need to reach that Titan.
Your fastest route is across the rail bridge behind the gun complex. It leads directly to the western gates of the Manufactorum.
Alright, to the front lines.
Get me that field manual. Stuck on bloody Forge World and not a single tech creature in sight.
Okay, I'll give him that. That was a good joke. Orc driller. You know, I don't need to be in the front lines always. The way I used to play this way back when is I went for melee only, and I had one horrible of an experience doing that. So what we're gonna do now is gonna back off a little bit, shoot some orcs, and hopefully our experience is going to be much better. And yes, I am aware I'm still using the bolt gun. Shut up. Bolt gun, best gun. I already know about combat rolls. Thank you. Well, that went well. Oh boy, I wonder, yeah, it was a sign of the times. I wonder how long it would take to get to a turret section. Voila, turret section.
The orcs hold the trenches beyond the ruins and the battlements beyond that.
And the gun battery?
The orcs took it almost as soon as we got here, nearly 2 weeks ago. Our unit was the only one to make landfall before they gained control. Now none of our ships can get past the gun.
Okay, let's keep going. We gonna get past the gun. Now, if I remember correctly, just like the previous game, at some point chaos shenanigans begin to happen. But I don't think that happens until way later in the game. For most part, we are going to be dealing with orcs. Okay, what do I get here? I got a sniper rifle. Yeah, sorry, stalker bolter. Still a fucking sniper rifle.
That's where the orcs breached the gun battery. We haven't been able to make it inside the wall. There just aren't enough of us.
You have survived this long on your own, Lieutenant. You have done well. But you are no longer alone. We will retake the gun. You will get your reinforcements.
Ultramarines are... okay. Ultramarines are not that wholesome. They do not give support speeches. For the most part, Astartes are tools for combat. They have no mental capacity to be wholesome. They are not grown to be wholesome. They have not been given the ability to be wholesome. Wholesome is not in their vocabulary.
Orcs on the high ground.
Oh no, they got the high ground. What am I gonna do? Well, those orcs underestimate my power! Or at least the power of my bolter. Who needs sniper rifles? Yeah, sure. Want to go again? Come on. You can do it. There we go. Okay, now for all of you Warhammer veterans, this is all very common knowledge, but for the uninitiated, the reason why orcs can sustain so much so much damage. And yes, this is actually canonically correct. Orcs can sustain a lot of damage. Is one, because orcs are not exactly meaty as humans are. Orcs are a semi-plantoid, or to be more accurate, a semi-fungoid organism. So yes, orcs are basically very, very angry mushrooms. They have increased resilience to most sorts of damage and very, very, very stunted pain receptors. So, ow, that actually hurt. So it is quite possible for an orc to lose all their limbs and a part of their skull, and they will still try to keep fighting. In fact, orcs' resilience and ability to survive is so great that there is actually a recorded instance of an orc getting a head transplant. So one of the orc mad boys. Was it a bad boy? Anyways, their equivalent of a surgeon, performed a procedure at one point where they proceeded to chop off a head of an orc and sew it onto another to a body of a different orc, and yeah, that orc survived. I was a bit confused, but healthy, living, and moving. Oh, you go away. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? Just keep going? Just keep going. Let's keep swimming. Okay, we need to get up close and personal now. You lad, you come here. There we go. Yeah, that made us feel better. Now, let's go in. Servitor, open the door. Oh, good for them.
Captain, assault support pods were dropped in this area.
Ooh, jump back, jump back. This is gonna be fun. That texture change. They couldn't animate him actually picking up the thing, so they just went, okay, he's gonna go in, we're gonna switch a model, he's gonna go out. Okay. This is fun. That's a nice way to travel, if you ask me. Get some health back. Nice. one thing about glory kills in this game is they can still hurt you during the glory kill, so I guess they added a bit of challenge with that. You can still be hurt during a glory kill, so it's not just a couple of minutes break, you know, a couple of seconds break, you know, to get a biscuit while the animations are playing through. Nice. You can still very much be hurt while you're doing all of this. There we go. That's fun. That's a nice way to travel. Get rid of him. You have to be very careful when you're doing the glory kills, because doing them in the middle of combat will put you at a significant disadvantage, because the rest of the orcs are going to continue pelleting you. While you're doing your little animation thingy. There we go, moving on. Orc rock.
No room for that jump back, Captain.
Pity.
That rock delivered the orcs right into the gun fortress.
Oh, we're already at the chapter 3. Fair enough. I wonder how many chapters there are. I should have done some research prior to doing this, but we went into this and we'll be doing good. It's awfully quiet here. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, a bit of a lore about orcs. So first of all, there are no female orcs, canonically, because they're all mushrooms. So because they're all mushrooms, all orcs actually grow from the ground, believe it or not. Yes, orcs grow in these little pods underground, and okay, they ran away.
This fortress is swarming with orcs.
Yes, it is.
Clearing this place will take days.
Those guardsmen cannot survive that long. We find a way to destroy the gun.
Base Marine Regulation. Access to experimental
vengeance launcher.
That sounds promising.
Oh, that's new. It's a grenade launcher. Wow. Yes, I'm still using the bolt pistol. Shut up, I said. Also, yeah, orcs. So whenever an orc dies, because I said that they're mushrooms and they grow from the ground, once an orc dies, it releases, well, okay. Throughout their life, all orcs release spores wherever they are, but this is extremely prevalent when they die. So when they die, they release a cloud of spores that infect the ground around them.
Look here, Captain. Melter charges.
Put those in the right place.
So once an orc dies on any planet, it is very
Leandros, you do the chapter proud.
Listening safeguard.
Once an orc invasion, even a small force, reaches a planet, that planet is almost eternally doomed to deal with orcs, because even if you repel the original invasion of orcs, what's going to happen later on is all of those little spores that have infected the ground are going to, of course, sprout up at some point. And even though the orcs that result from those sprouted spores are not going to be as quote-unquote technologically advanced as the original force was, they will still be a force to consider with they will still be a considerable force, and furthermore, you are never ever going to get rid of them. The Empire so far has thought of one single way how to get rid of an orc infestation, and that is an exterminatus. And unless you've been living under a rock, an exterminatus is nothing more than a nothing less than a complete planetary annihilation, aka everything on the planet, including everything living and everything dead, burned to the ground and under the ground to the crisp, completely and utterly murdered until nothing remains. That is the only way to permanently get rid of the orc infestation. Scary, innit? Where are you going? Shoot the Xenos on sight. I remember I used to fight those exploder squigs like melee range. I was not a smart kid. I'm not a smart adult either. I've got like one brain cell that is preventing me from completely going off my gourd. Look guys, I need that brain cell in order to get through the current crisis that's going on outside. Shit's mad, yo. Though I don't often read news, but when I do, I just get disappointed with humanity in general. And some things currently going on in Australia are quite mental, but that is nothing compared to the stuff that I'm reading about the States. Okay, first of all, Americans, buddies, friends, brothers, are you okay? Do you need someone to talk to? What is going on over there? I mean, some of the headlines that I'm reading in the morning news are absolutely mental. Oh, these guys. These guys ain't kidding.
We need to get the shell into that loader.
Press the E button. Do thing. Yes.
There. I will place the charge on that shell.
Also, important to note, this game is still using the old Marine design, even though they have expanded a little bit on the actual length of their legs. The thickness of the armor and the width of the shoulders still makes no absolute sense.
Now to move the shell into place.
No, I have to push it. Oh, I require the game requires no input from me doing this. It just does it on its own. When you look at the Space Marine design and
we follow the shell up and make sure it reaches its destination.
Aye. Now back to the lift.
And so when you look at the Space Marine design, and when you try to imagine the body inside that armor, it makes absolute zero sense. That person should not be able to move. Anyways, we should be going back to an elevator of some sort. So let's go back to the elevator. Now, with the release of Dawn of War 3, they have actually gone and redesigned what the Primaris look like. They have given them longer arms, longer legs, slimmer waist, and yeah, they kept the broad shoulders, but that is more or less fine because now the body actually works. No. No. Oh, it's a button masher. Okay, I can do this. There we go. Back to the bolt pistol. The bolt pistol is the best pistol. Okay, let's follow the charge.
Keep clear. This is not a drill.
No, it's a cannon. Not even the Space Marines are impressed with me. Needs elevator music. Okay. Some grenades, some ammo. Infinite ammo. Except not really. Okay, what awaits us here? What fresh hell? There we go, satisfying. Oh boy. There we go, one down. That'll help. Alright. Yeah, my voice is going. Okay, let's get... Ooh, that looks promising. I gotta say, with the design of the environment, I don't really have to emphasize any of this. It looks amazing through and through. Because most of these games are, well, not so much these days, but back then most of these games were directly supervised by Games Workshop and required a certain degree of quality in order to pass. So the design of the game itself and the feel of the game are quite good. I want to go down there. Nowadays, that particular thing is not so much the case. With all the rubbish coming out on the market with the Warhammer tag on it, it's quite sad, to be honest. And don't even get me started on the mobile games. Mobile games are a bane of gaming market. I wanted to go down there, not up. How dare you? Oh god. You need to do something about your face, Sergeant. Space Marines indeed. Operation. Fair enough. So yeah, glory kills are meant to be used as a last resort to replenish your health in this game. Otherwise, no, not really.
There's our shell. The orcs have pulled it out of sequence.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Firing now.
Incoming fire. Incoming.
Gretchen are fun to kill.
Success is measured in blood.
But don't try to touch the Suicider Squigs. That went well. Okay, let's try that again.
There's our shell. The orcs have pulled it out of sequence.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Come on, Leandros, do the thing.
Firing sequence
Why would I need the Fury Marksman mode when I just got a sniper?
Artillery shell.
Yeah, I forgot about the Suicider's Great.
Enemy sighted.
Ouchies.
Hold the line.
That works.
Stand clear.
Gretchen don't stand a chance. Now, should be one more lad. There we go. Ah, two of them.
Agreed. Find an exit.
Alarm. Severe structural damage.
Okay, another cinematic. And the gun goes down. Oh yeah. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Okay, the gun is down, and I think I've had my fill of this. We've been streaming this for an hour. Imagine that. Oh, look, a Golden Gate Bridge. Anyways, we've been streaming this for an hour. We achieved quite a lot from the beginning of the game. We have destroyed the gun, and the Imperial Guard should be okie-dory from now on. Oh, of course, I'm kidding. Nothing is going to be fine in this game. But anyways, I'm gonna cut it here. We've had quite a bit of fun together through Doom and some Warhammer. I am looking forward to playing more of this. I haven't played this in a while, so it'll be a fairly good refresher. This game can get broken at certain points, but we'll see how we go years later. Yeah, have I learned? What, Sergeant? What are you doing? Anyways, thank you everyone for watching, and look forward to. I will be uploading this on YouTube later on. So look forward to that, and yeah. That's about it. Thanks everyone, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care.